Hey everybody, it's Book of Catherine, and I am driving again. Yes, I am, and I know it's gonna stop or whatever, and that's fine. I decided you guys will probably not care because I didn't when I love people. So, anyway, it's good to see you guys again. I am driving, and I am going to get gas again at the same place that I got gas the first time, but it has been a year. Actually, it's been a year to the same month, August, and I think the same week, like August 24th. Oh my goodness. And I'm getting gas again. This time I'm doing it to like help my husband out. That's right, he always has to get the gas, and I'm doing it the same reason. Like, I want to try and do gas, and I think I'm going to do better. I had to check with him to ask. I was like, what's the PIN number on the card again? Like, that's the kind of thing, like, this is part of being socialized again, is like, you have to remember the PIN number on your cards. I don't use my wallet. I'm never out of the house, so I don't know the PIN number on my actual card. I'm like, what's it again? And I had to confirm with him what the PIN number on the card was, because I was like, I'm not quite sure I know it. So I had to confirm with him, and I was right, thank goodness. But I noticed when I went to the post office the other day, I didn't tape it, the what happened on the way back. I made it into the post office, but I didn't do very well when I actually got there. I wasn't sure that I knew the PIN, and my hand shook, like, and it was before the procedure. The procedure for this time, though, the one from the lumbar spine, the one that went through my middle behind my belly button. And so my hand was really, really shaky. Like, the shakes are a lot better now that I've had that procedure. I'm on day 5 now, I think. And my hand was just really, really shaky from standing up. And the lady was actually worried about me. And I walked outside, and my whole right side just collapsed, and I just went down. And that was really humiliating right out in public. And I had tried to go without a cane because I was, doing better walking around the house for my 10 minutes standing up without a cane. And no, it's a totally different thing when you are doing physical therapy around your house. Once you go out in public, whole different thing when you are doing it in public, because you go out in public and there is the pressure of being in public. All of a sudden there is a pressure on your body of you're outside, you're scared. And I forgot this lesson last year because it's been a year. You're terrified of your surroundings. You're trying to remember PIN numbers. You're trying to remember how to talk to a person behind a counter again. When I'm in a ballroom and I'm teaching students again, I'm very, very comfortable. I'm with my husband. I'm talking with students. That's fine. Like, I can do that. I can do that. That took some time to get used to again. That's something I'm very comfortable with. It's all about body mechanics, and boy, haven't I learned body mechanics, like being sick, like the importance of body mechanics. And that's all I'm doing. I'm teaching body mechanics, and I watch somebody and I'm sitting in a chair and I'm just like, change this, and then I watch them just change in front of my eyes, and it's so exciting and it feels so good. But I can do it all from sitting in a chair. I just have to stand up a little bit and change it, like tap, tap here and tap, tap there. And I'm here at the gas station, and the relief of being here at the gas station is just like, I'm like, thank goodness I'm here. All right, I'm gonna go. I love you guys so much, and I'll be back with you in just a bit. All right, I did it. And in some ways it was a lot like last time. Like, I was just really hesitant. Like, it just takes a lot out of you. But at the other side, I was a lot more stable, like so much more stable. I was just confused. Like, I was like, where does everything go? Trying to figure my way through it. Really just same gas pump as last time, exact same one. I was like, go where you remember going, do it again. So glad I did it last year. It's like, just follow with it, just go with it. But you know what was really interesting this time? This time, all I noticed was that the lack of guilt, like the guilt that was falling off of me of filling up my gas tank. of the climate change agenda, because I just figured out with you guys on Twitter this last couple days that the whole entire reason that they were doing small cars like globally was simply because Germany only made small cars because they have small streets. So all the German automakers have these tiny cars, and I can't tell. Okay, sorry, I'm like paying attention to the road. I'm like, okay, focus on the road. Okay, I'm good. Right. Sorry. Many things at one time, but I'm okay. So I don't like going over the speed limit anymore. But when you're living out in the country, a lot of people come from out of town and they're used to going over the speed limit. I come from a state in California where everyone goes over the speed limit, and I live that life. And people just cut you off at slow speed limits, and I have the body now because of that. And I'm just like, nope, if you want to go around me, just fine. But nope, I just go at whatever speed limit. I enjoy living that slow lifestyle. I really enjoy it. I enjoy living. I want to live forever. As long as I can. I want to dance until I'm 100. Like the rest of the people did from, the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Anyway, so yeah, I've been learning that the entire climate change agenda, which is written by the UNFCCC, which is basically the United Nations framework for climate change, that basically benefits, and the Huffington Post even said it. They're like, it's good Trump got out of the climate change agenda for Paris Climate Agreement because it really benefits the fossil fuel industries of just a few companies globally. And he was actually going to jail for blowing up a pipeline for them. And they blow up the pipelines of the competition. And so the companies are all German companies, German and Iran companies. They basically the German Ottoman Empire. And so I was looking into it, and all the countries that are in this like coalition or whatever, like if you look into it, it's all of the climate change agenda things, they don't apply. None of the regulations apply to Europe, except for the UK. Only the UK gets hit by those regulations. Only the UK, Russia, America, Australia, Canada, only those places get hit by regulations. Brazil doesn't, China doesn't, Poland doesn't, Germany doesn't, Sweden doesn't, Spain doesn't, Italy doesn't. They're all free. And so Germany is the #1 exporter of cars. That's why Born Identity had those little German cars. All of the Hollywood films use the little German cars. And climate change just happens to say, drive small little cars. Because German auto industry does small little cars. It's a great idea. And all these German industries are like #1 in the world when they're only 0.6% of the companies of the world, and they dominate like 46 to 80% of the entire global sales market, just because they have climate change regulations eliminating competition across the globe. And I'm just like, we're all buying them because that's all that's left on the market. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So we're buying IKEA because there's nothing left on the market. We don't know there's anything else out there. We don't know that Sweden doesn't have any regulations on it, and that Americans do. And so we have to actually make an actual, and the reason why we don't want to buy German automakers like BMW or all these German automakers or Volkswagen and stuff like that is because they ran the Auschwitz. They ran the concentration camps. And now I'm going off about, Nazism. But anyway, because of that, knowing that the only reason I was told to buy a small car is simply to benefit Germans, automakers, their capitalist system without human rights. I was like, are you kidding me? Just because American automakers had big cars and you had small cars, we have big, huge roaming streets and you have tiny streets. And so you're like, how do we get rid of big cars and get everyone to buy small cars? I know, say that tiny tanks are good and they'll save the planet. We'll do that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's it? You just wanted me to buy your tiny little freaking cars? No way. And I said, have you ever seen a picture of Matt Damon with the original car from Born Identity? He's like 3 times the size of that car they made him drive in. It's painful. And they actually, it's just a big marketing scheme. Like when De Beers did the big marketing scheme to get us all to buy diamond rings instead of engagement rings that were just little rings that were cheap so we could actually get married without going into debt. I'm like, oh my gosh, they took everything in our lives that we loved and made it something to fall into debt over. Like even college, are you kidding me? Do you realize that college is literally just books? Like all you need is the books. That's all college provided to me was the books. The professors were they just brainwashed you. All they were was rude to us. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Or they got you on drugs. Like they shoved you into things. You have to read my feed. All right. Anyway, I am getting off to it. I'm getting tired. And my house is coming up. So I love you so much. But it's good talking to you because you keep me going on the road and you keep me distracted. And it's very, very good to be doing this journey with you. Oh, wow, my house really is coming up fast. All right, I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next trip. Mwah.